Hello everyone, welcome back at Nuclei channel. So today we are going to do our next project. That means project number 7, and that is password strength checker. Now let me show you the introduction part. Mm, yeah. So this is going to be our next project number 7, password strength checker. Now this program is going to check the strength of a password based on criterias like length of the password, uppercase, lowercase, number, special character, and also additional thing whether the password contain name or not. Now for the next part, which is objective and features of the password, we are going to do the following things. First of all, validate the password length. Check for the presence of uppercase, lowercase, special characters, numbers, even the name, and categorize the password into three type, basically weak, medium, and strong. Now also we are going to provide suggestion to improve password strength. So the concept we are going to use in this are actually strings and character handling, loops, conditional statements, and functional functions and input output operations, which is to be expected. Now let's see the coding part. Now uh, I'm going to start writing this from the scratch. So let me switch my screens. Mhm. Okay, I don't think my screen is visible yet. Okay, now my screen is visible. Let's start with importing everything. IO stream, and then the other thing that we need is strings actually. So these are the two libraries that we are going to need. And I don't know why it is happening like this. So we have imported the IO stream and strings library. Now let me write that this is going to be our main function. Okay. Now as we do over time, we are going to write the things that we are going to make in functions like checking password length. Then we are going to check for the uppercase. Then we are going to check for lowercase. So we have got uppercase, lowercase, then numeric number, check for number, and the check for special character, and last check for name. So these are the things that we are going to check, and we are going to include that in our main loop. So first of all, let's do this password length. So password length. So let's create a function, Boolean function actually. Let's say password. So this is our function. Now what it is going to take? It's going to take a string number. sorry, string, basically password, and then it is going to check for the length. So basically we are going to do is um, password dot length is greater than or equal to 8. That means we are going to make sure that our password should have length greater than or equal to 8 character. Now to verify that, we are going to create a temporary, you can say string, basically uh, temporary password, which will contain everything. Now, now let me write something random and try running this. Now console out password length temporary, and then and let's execute this statement. So it is returning us true. That means our length is greater than 8, which is a good thing. Now, the other thing that we are going to cover is this next function, which is uppercase, as uppercase. So this is the function with the same arguments. Now we are going to use for loop here, basically to string I. So this is more like a range loop, which help us in iterating through this password. You can say strings one by one, and this is going to this is something like we don't have to every time, you can say, initialize I and everything. You can just simply do the you can say iterate through the string and check whether this contain the you can say this contain the our desired part. So that is something we can do, and the only thing that I think I believe rather than string, maybe to make some things efficient, let's just use this car char basically, which holds one string at a time. Now we are going to check if I, sorry, is upper I, then return, I think this will do, and return true. Yeah, this will do. Else return false. So these are the things that we need to be aware of. That sorry, we forgot to put a bracket here, parenthesis. So let's check this function, that whether this is working or not. Now for the same string, we are just going to capitalize this S here and again do the same console out as uppercase and inside the uppercase we are going to pass our temporary string, and then again try to run that. We get again we get the same thing. Okay, it says control reaches end of non-void function. I don't know what this means, but let us ignore that because everything is working. So, or maybe it is because there is no need to actually put this else here. We can just simply put return false here, and the same thing can be, you can say, validate. Okay, so maybe it's rather than inside it in this bracket, if I put it here, yeah, now it's looking quite cool. So let's run that again. This time we don't get any warning, which means we have resolved the warning actually. That's the first time actually we have done that. So let's go with the next function, which is checking for the lowercase. We are just going to use the same function and update that. Rather than upper, we are going to write lower, and is upper is going to be changed with is lower, and everything will remain the same. And here also, if we want to test that, we are just going to put it in the next line and change this upper to lower to validate that. Okay, we get everything. Yeah, it is giving us because we also have lowercase characters, as you can see. So now for the next thing, checking for the number, we are just going to use the same thing here, and this time we are going to use is digit function as here I'm going to change numbers. So this is going to return us true if we have number in our you can say string. So again changing this and again run that. So this time we get an 0 because we our temporary string does not contain any, you can say, number. Or if I try to run this again, so and show you the same thing here. So as you can see, our string does not contain any number. Now let's say if I put something like this and again try to run that, this time we get a 1. That means this function is working. And now we are going to write the next definition, which is basically check for the special character. Now for the special characters, we can use is alphanumeric, basically LM, and basically this is alphanumeric is going to check for whether our string contain numbers as well as alphabets, but we want something other than that. That's why we are going to put a note symbol here, and which basically change this functionality to something like if the string contain you can say elements other than alphabets and numbers. Then this is going to be executed. Now to check that, first we are going to run it as it is. Before that, let me change this to special character. So let me just quickly take it down and try to run that. So as you can see, our string does not contain any, we can say, special character. That's why we get an 0. Now, if I put special characters here, we should get 1 actually this time. So let's run that again. And we get 1. So that means our function is working. Yeah, working. Now, next thing that we want to check is for the name. Now, for the name part, first we have to ask user for the name, and then we are going to check whether the name is present in our password or not. So that can be done by using, you can say, find function, and maybe that can be done using find function. Yeah, I'm pretty sure about that. But how to do that? Mm, 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 mm. Okay, let's just start writing, and let's not think about that. How we are going to do that? We just need to do that. So copying the same number, sorry, same function, testing it here again. Now from now we are going to put name here, and this is going to take name, sorry, password as well as name. Now it is going to check. That means we have to remove this for statement here. We can check directly if password dot find name. Basically, what name will return us? The name will return us the position at which that particular substring is present. Now we have to, uh, you can say, check with. We have to make sure that this name should not be in the position, and that can be. How should I do it? Mm, actually, I get to know. I find that basically I don't know that. I have searched that recently and find out that if you use this n pos, which basically mean that no position, and password dot substring maybe that also present. Okay, first let me quickly grab this thing and try to run that. See, for now, let's pass this statement. or rather than pass. Let's just continue and try. Okay, now we are going to try this thing, see out. Now we are going to change our temp to this, let's say 7, 8. Let's say this is the temporary password that I have created and it contains my name. So maybe if I check whether we can just temp dot cpstr and write my name here and so a number of character in the substring default remainder string. Let's just try to run that to see what error we got. And this is quite something. Uh, okay, I found it. Okay, maybe I should write everything here. If password dot what was it last time? Password dot find name not equal to string and position, then print what? Return. What should it return? Returns true, else it should return false. So let's check the functionality of that. And with the temp, we have to write the, let's say, the name. And okay, it is giving us one. That means the name is present in a string. Now let's try changing this s to this s. See, okay, it is not giving us, which is not good. That means our code should return one even if we use this dot lower thing something. So for that, maybe we can use this. Maybe we can just make everything lowercase. Mm, and then also convert this name to everything to lowercase. Then we can do that. Now, to lower So maybe this will do. Oh, sorry. Now control shift. Yeah, that is method. Dot and maybe this time this to be put to lower. Then what should we get here? Maybe we were right the last time. We can just put to lower and here too we can just go over and then try to run this whole thing. Maybe we will get what we are designing is I don't know why it is still showing this red lines. Okay, first I think we have to create a new function with this main and first check convert everything to the lowercase. Now convert to lowercase and this is going to be a string function which is basically going to convert string to lowercase and this is going to take a string, let's say password, and it is going to return us with everything in the lowercase. Yeah, this I think this will work. Now we are going to do for I int I equal to 0, I less than password dot length because we are trying to convert everything into the lowercase in our password and then we can do I plus plus and inside it we have to iterate over the string actually. So that means s of I is equal to lower, that means sorry, to lower of s of I. Now I believe this will convert everything into the lowercase, or rather than s, we should use password and this. I was thinking of creating a something into a new string, but maybe that was not required. And we will just simply return this password again. And using that here will return us. Now let's try test that again. Okay, this time it's really returning us all the ones. That means everything is basically returning true value here. Even if I change it to the capital S, we are still going to get one. Okay, that means It is checking and saying, okay, you should not contain, the password should not contain one in it. Now here comes the main loop that we want to use. Let's save that first. Now in the main loop, we are just going to go for something like name and password. First of all, let's create two variables, name and password. Now these two are the things that we are going to need, and also we are going to put the score. Why score? Because it helps user see how much good this password is. And let's just remove that thing from here, and let's print something to take the input for the name actually. Enter your name and next what we are going to get is we are going to take and now we are going to take it like the password from the user and enter password. Now we are going to take input and password, and let's try to run that and change everything to like name roll F, and we are going to change with temp with password. Okay, this changed. Now let's try to execute that. We still get an error that pass is does not mean a type. Okay, where the hell is our issue raises? String pass. Okay, everything is working. So where the issue is? Mm, no, let's just ignore that and save this whole thing. And now we are going to write a while loop, and in the while loop, maybe we not does not need any while loop or something, but yeah. Uh, so what we can do is we can just simply uh, check the conditions such as lower upper number special name check, and that can be done by doing something like bool, basically saving the output of these all functions. Basically we are going to do is length and then pass length password, then call that, then we are going to bool upper as upper, and the next thing that maybe we can just do one thing. As upper has been done, now as lower, then we are going to check for number. The next thing we are going to check is special character. Now the last thing we are going to check for is name. So these are the, you can say, output for all these functions, which is stored in this boolean values. Now we are going to check, or you can say we are going to do the scoring, and we are going to do the scoring in such a way that let's say we are just going to do if uh, sorry, I need to change this to lower. We are going to do for number here p p and here just name ph. If not name ch, then do one thing, then score plus plus. So this is, you can say, one line function which basically uh, help us do simpler thing in just one line. This is the new thing that I have learned actually. And one more. Okay, name ch and upper, sorry, length. If length is satisfied, and next thing we have to do is upper, then lower, then special character, and at last a special character number, number is pending. So these are the things. Basically, this is going to increase the score by one for every check it passes. And maybe we can do one thing rather than checking for this here. We can just put it here. If name ch returns true, then reduce score by one. Yeah, this can be done. And for the cout, uh, next we are going to, you can say, write the password analysis thing. Cout password both side. I'm going to put slash n. So this is going to be a password analysis. And in the password analysis, we are going to write some situation such as if, basically we are going to write everything in the same way. So rather than just writing it again and again, we are just going to copy and paste. Now things going to change a little bit. What other things are going to change? We rather than score, we are going to you can say console out some messages. Basically, we are going to write everything in this format and put a note symbol here and maybe I should just erase this for everywhere at the same time and also there see out. Now we are going to write the messages. Let's say password must contain at least 8 characters. So this is the thing that we can print every time. Basically, if the length does not meet the criteria, and so now, and the other thing that we need to do is to basically add at least one uppercase character. So let me just write that once, and we can just copy and paste every time. Okay, I have written it in the local. Now I'm going to paste it here. Slash n. Now I'm just going to copy and paste everything every time. One rather than uppercase. And this time I'm going to put lowercase. Here a special character. One special character. Special. And we tell oh here I am. And the next thing we can print at least one numerical, one number basically. And at last, we are going to print something like avoid using your name and password. So we can do something like this. And at last, what we are going to do is we are just going to print the you can say tag for the password strength. And for the password strength tag, we can just copy this C out, paste it here, password strength with a password tag, or maybe password strength will be good here. Now we are just going to print a if else condition. Now to make things fast, I am going to just copy and paste that. Now as you can see, if the score is less than or equal to 2, we are going to say password is weak. Now if the score is less than or equal to 4, then we are going to say password is medium. Now else the password is strong. Now we have written everything. Now let's test this. And for the test, we are going to run this whole. Actually, there is some error somewhere. I don't know. It is showing error here. Okay, it also need the name argument that we have forgot to enter. Now let's say my name is uh, And if I will, first of all, I will check the condition for this name, where I will enter the same name, and let's say some series of numbers, and then some series of you can say again characters, and then some special characters also. See, so password analysis says avoid using name in the password, and due to the presence of name, our password strength become medium. Now, if I try to run it again, and this time I'm just going to write the same thing. And for the password, let's say this time I'm going to remove the you can say special characters, basically H, some series of character, then some strings. Okay, okay, it's also a medium level thing. So it is again asking us for writing the special character. Now this time I'm going to do one thing. I am going to just remove these numbers from here. Basically, I'm just going to put half of my name and see what my strength becomes. So as you can see, we get three things. Recommendation. First of all, length should be at character long. Okay. And we must have at least one special character and at least one number. So with this, we can say we have completed our password strength checker app. So with this, we have completed our 7 basic level project. So that's all for today. So if you have any recommendation, please tell them in the you can say comment section. So until next time, goodbye.